All right. Buenos dias, guys. A very good morning. Feliz un domingo. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's all right. Now, the World Cup, we've just completed four group stages matches from Group A right until Group D. And these matches have been really, really exciting to watch. I feel like every team has given their best, they've given it their 110%, and he has been really fantastic. Apart from the odds, the hydration break, this World Cup so far has been really, really fantastic. And apart from also the time zone, because it's really weird to wake up in the middle of the night, just watch a soccer match, then go back to sleep, then wake up again at all four to watch a soccer match. So apart from the time zones and the hydration breaks, I feel like this World Cup has really been fantastic. Now let me just do a pre-analysis of the group stage match from Group A right up until Group D, and just talk about how really the matches went and how these teams have really been so far. I'll start with the opening match, of course, Mexico versus South Africa, the host Mexico versus South Africa. Now, this match, there wasn't really much though I feel like there was really much expectation from South Africa, just based on the previous match that they played back in 2010. I know you can't base your matches off of like 2015, 10 years ago, but again, history sometimes plays a role in football, right? So I really thought South Africa would really bring their A game, especially it being a World Cup. I feel like every team that goes to the World Cup, they really give it their all. The both sweat and blood, they give it their all. But South Africa, with the way they were playing this match, I mean, it was really boring to watch South Africa, really. And I feel like I was the only person in Africa who was supporting South Africa with all the xenophobic and the homophobic stuff going on. I feel like I was the only one supporting South Africa. So really, South Africa, they really have to up their game, especially in a group consisting of Korea, Republic, and Mexico. I don't see in Czechia with the way Czechia are playing, even though they lost against Korea Republic. But I feel like South Africa, they really need to up their game, and the coach has to go back to the drawing board and just see what works and what doesn't work. Because really watching South Africa, they really lacked a lot of depth in a lot of areas, and the midfield was really absent. It was unseen. Nobody can really uh play in the midfield for South Africa, dictate the play for South Africa in the midfield. The wings were also dead. The number nine, I don't there's a load. I can spend the entire day just talking about the way South Africa play. Mexico, on the other hand, Mexico really know what they want from this tournament. They really came to play the game, and they really showed the high intensity, the high pressing, the control of the tempo. They were running up and down from minute 1 to the 90th minute. So Mexico, I feel like the midfield is really stacked, and they really know what they want. Their defense was a little bit solid, though they didn't have much threat, so I can't really talk about the defense. But the midfield, I feel like it was great. The attacking, man, the attacking was really out of this world for Mexico, right? And it would really be an entertaining match to see Mexico go head to head against Korea Republic. I feel like this match will be the match of the night, the day that these guys play together. These guys face each other, Mexico and Korea Republic. Korea Republic, of course, coming back from that 1-0 and ending the game in a 2-1 defeat against Turkey. Man, this was really a fantastic match. I didn't really finish the entire match, but I watched almost like 75% of it because I had to go to work. But this match was really fantastic. Czechia, they did it. They did the do. They know what they want from this World Cup. So again, it goes back to my prediction which I made earlier, that I feel like Mexico will top this group just because they are the host and they have the energy, they have the enthusiasm, they have the home field advantage. Korea Republic, of course, will go that down as the number 2. Czechia, of course, I don't really see South Africa winning any team in this group. So with the way they're playing, I don't see South Africa winning their team. Going to Group D, we have Canada, Bosnia, Qatar, and Switzerland. Of course, this is the only group so far without having any win. So far, this is the only group that does not have any win. Canada versus Bosnia, it was a really entertaining matches. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with the host so far, being Mexico, Canada, and USA. Especially with Canada, I'm really impressed with the way they played. I mean, Bosnia scoring first. they were really, really solid in defending. Bosnia were really, really solid in defending. But Canada kept on pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing until they score. And what a fantastic goal for Canada. Bosnia, of course, they were really, really solid in defending. I mean, the best way to win the match is not only defending, but you gotta also attack. But Bosnia were really, really good in defending, but you can't defend throughout the entirety of the match. You also gotta attack. I feel like that's what caused Bosnia. Qatar versus Switzerland. I didn't really watch the match because I was still at work by that time, but I'm really, really impressed with Qatar. When you look at their run back when they hosted in the 2022 World Cup, they didn't have any win, but now going up against Switzerland, and you have to put in mind that Switzerland is not a small team. Switzerland